Hey guys, and welcome to another customization tutorial. My name is Roberto George and I'll be guiding you through this customization process. And I already have the project open here. And let's see, we have 3 folders here. One of them is named Placeholders, and once we open we will find another 5 folders. One with the audio, which is the composition for the sound effect of the camera shutter. If you pretend to use that, the one that you saw in the preview, and also you find it a link in the item's description, you can place it right here inside this composition, and it will be ready to be used. Okay, so we can close this one. The second one is for our background, and if you open you'll see that it's just the paper texture for the background. You can of course replace with your own texture. Okay, you can close this one. Then we have one for our logo, which at the moment I'm using my logo, but you can put any logo, or in my case for the preview, as you saw, I have the logo and I have my website address, but you can I'm gonna right click and replace with a text. So I'm replacing it with the text instead of my logo. And if you go to our composition, so we will have the closing with the text instead of the logo. And of course, if you want to keep the logo and your web address or your tagline or whatever text that fits better your project, you just have to right click on the logo and choose replace footage file, and then find your logo. When you open your project, you're gonna have this placeholder here, but empty, without my logo. So all you have to do is find your logo and replace it, and then adjust it here depending on your logo resolution. You might need to adjust it. Just press S for scale and make it the size that will better fit your purpose. Okay, so this is the logo, and now we have the photos. So we have inside the folder named photos, we have 2 folders, one comps and one with photos. We're gonna start with this one here named photos, which is just the placeholders. I'm going to replace number 1, so right click on the placeholder, replace footage file. I'm gonna use the one that I used on the preview. Right click, replace footage file 2, right click, replace footage file 3, and then file 4, and let's use a video. I'm gonna use this one. Okay, that's enough for this tutorial purposes. We have changed 5. Of course you can use all videos, all photos, or make a mixture depending on what you're trying to achieve. Just going to close the logo, and I'm gonna select, so I just clicked on the first one, holding shift and selecting the 5 pictures that we are going to change, and holding shift I'm going to double click, so it will open my placeholders, and in this case I will have to press S for scale and resize the photo because it's in much bigger resolution. So adjusting the photo, make the same with number 2. Okay, and number 3, and number 4. Just resize and adjusting depending on the photo that we have to work. Okay, fine. And then the one with the video, I'm gonna press S for scale, gonna resize it, maybe like this. And one thing that I would like to point regarding the videos is, for instance, I know that each picture or each placeholder will stay on the scene for 7 seconds, and there's a little bit of the video that I want to show. In this case it's when my son is pointing, because I think it's really nice, a nice thing that he did. He was with my father and he pointed, and then my father, okay, let's go, and did what he wanted, and he was really happy. So moving on, I want to show this this part here, but this only shows at 14 seconds. My video is around 26 seconds, and as I know that my placeholder will take roughly 7 seconds, a little bit more because of the transition and etc., but 7 seconds. I'm not going to put a mark here, but you can use one if it helps. And okay, so I'm going to find, okay, and I'm going to drag okay, so now at 7 seconds is pointing, and I have a more interesting scene. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay, this just to explain that you don't have the limitation of which part of the video you are going to show, or and which scene you are going to show better of your video. In here, my subjects are not centered. My fault. Filming the video. But I'm adjusting, as you see, to get the area that I want, and then the space that I will show in the placeholder, which will be from 0 seconds until 7. Okay, so let's go back to our composition to see how it is now. So starting with number 1, so now we see that the picture is with the full size, and number 2, and number 3, I'm using the photos, by the way, just for curiosity, of a kind of barbecue that we did this week. It's we call it in Portugal, it's a picnic, where we take food and grills and all the stuff, you know, and we make all the food there, and kids have fun and they play, and, well, we also have fun, and with lots of wine, beer, sangria, whatever. Okay, so here we have the video, and as you can see, when we pass, so we roughly will have 7 seconds here, as I said, and the part that I wanted to show was, you see, when he is pointing and then goes away to the next placeholder, and there we go. Okay. So now we are left with the texts, and after the text I want to show you where is the composition that you can use to extend the project or modify any of the features. And so now I'm going to close this up so we can keep it clean, and can close this one, and we go to the texts. Okay, we're gonna leave this one for last. We are going to start with the text that we see on each picture. So I'm gonna open just one or two, because the others are let's open two. Okay, so photo frame 1, where it says me swimming at font, which is the place that we were. We can just double click on the text and write menu text 1, which is very original, and do the same, double click, and menu text 2. Okay, so now if we go back to our main composition, here we have sorry, my first text changed, and if we go to the second picture, there we have my new text. And of course you can change the fonts that we are using. You can change to whatever font that pleases you. I use the freestyle script, and the link is all in the project folder, so you can download the font and use it. But there are plenty of handwritten fonts that you might find useful. It's just a matter of searching a little bit or Google a little bit, and you'll find them easy. Okay, so the last part now will be changing these texts that we see on the background. Okay, so all these will be referent to the photos. And now we are going to open this one here named animation. It's inside the text, but actually is the composition that contains all the animation elements. And one thing that I would like to point at this moment is when you first open it, you will see that you will only find text here, and that's for the easy of use. In the case that you want a template as it is, just want to change text, you're gonna start with the bottom, and you'll see that the text is already selected, and then you select the second, here it is, the third, here it is, and then we can go to the next screen. Here, just check. Okay. Yeah, this belonged to the first one. Second screen here, and then when you click, if you don't see it, it's because it's on the other screen. Here it is. Okay, so let's go to the beginning, and I'm gonna change this one to some other words. Okay, just as an example. And here we could write okay, something like this, and in here let's say swimming at Funch, which is the place that we are. Okay, so regarding the text, this is the method. Of course, you can, and we'll do this right now. I'm gonna press Ctrl D, selected this one here, and I'm gonna press, oh no, let me select the first one, will be quicker. For this tutorial process will be easier. Okay, so I'm gonna select the first one, which is this one, and I'm gonna press Ctrl D. Okay, so I have a second one, and I'm going to drag it down. And let's say I would want it another word here. Wow. Wow. Okay, something like this. And you could duplicate it. I'm using the same angle, but just to keep it simple and quick. But you can go to the rotation, pressing R, and rotate the text to whatever angle you want. I'm going to keep it the same. Let's say we will want to okay, and maybe smaller here. Okay, so as you can see, it's very straightforward to edit, and also easy to add more text and to change the position of the ones that are already included. You can drag them to whatever position you want. Another thing that I would like to point out is if you press F4, you will check that all the texts are sorry, a little bit of a cold. It's been very warm, and yesterday rained, and today it's a bit cold, so my throat is not very good. Sorry about that. Okay, let's not waste time with my throat. As I was saying, position, and okay, F4, you will see that all the texts are in overlay. They are selected as overlay, so we can see the text and we can see the texture as well. And we can see that they are a bit old, wasted. That was the look that I wanted to achieve, but you can. Let's use this one as an example. Put it to normal, and you'll see that the text will become much more active, or more black in this case because it's black. If you choose any other color, it will be other color. So just to point out that you don't need to use this this wasted look, this old look. You can use any color and of course any mod available, in this case overlay, but you can choose whatever. Okay, so regarding texts, all you have to do is change these ones, and if you want to add, you already saw how I did, and pretty missing the word, but straightforward. That was what I was looking for. Okay, pretty straightforward. Now that we have everything customized and ready to render, you might want to change anything on the template. And within this same composition, if you press here the hide all layers, it will show all the layers contained in here. Usually what I do is I put separated compositions, individual composition for each text, but in this case it would be very time consuming and difficult to open a composition, change the text, and then go back to this composition here and arrange the text. So I arranged the template to keep it as simple as possible, as I usually do, but I arranged the template so that you could easily arrange the text as you've seen and don't have to mess with many layers. But to customize the template further, you will have to unhide, okay, and here you will find everything since the backgrounds and the placeholders for the photo. So let's say that you would want to change the position of this photo here. You would have to select the 2, because as you saw it's 2. One of them will disappear with the camera flash, okay, just the effect. So you would select the 2 and drag the picture to whatever position you want, or press R for rotation and rotate it to, okay, to any position. So in here you will find the text as well, yeah, photos, and then the flashes, the logo that you might disable, the lights you might want to add or eliminate, and all the camera movements are in this null here. So if you press U, you will see that all of the movements are, and in here you have infinitive possibilities, extending and changing and doing all sorts of well, depending on your imagination and depending on your project needs. Okay, so this is to finish up the customization tutorial, was my hint, because you might not find the composition. Usually I have besides all my placeholders, I put a folder with the main composition where I did all the work, where I did all the animations, etc., etc. And as I said before, because of the text in this case, I decided to make the actual composition of the animation the text placeholder, so I wouldn't complicate the life of people that would purchase this, in this case you. So don't forget to unhide the little guy here in case you want to see how the project is done and layered and to change. Okay, and we are with 24 minutes. Just to see, we checked for the audio in case you want to use the effect of the camera shutter. We checked for the background, you can change it if you like or just keep it as it is. We checked the logo to change logo and also to replace it with text. And we checked how to change the photos, in this case placeholders, and then how to adjust them inside the placeholder. And finally we checked how to change the texts of the photos, individual texts. We checked as well how to change the text on the background, and finally we checked how the animation or the main composition is set up in case you want to extend it. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any further question, any doubt, any problem, if you find any bug rendering or anything, I've made a lot of tests, but as I usually do with all my templates. But if you have any question or any doubt, please don't hesitate, drop me a line. I will do the best I can and the best I know to help you, sorry. So just to let you know, feel free to send a message to any difficulty that you find, or any question, or anything. Okay, so with this we already expended 1 more minute and a half. Thanks again. My name is Roberto George, and thanks for watching.